I broke Diablo 2, and it's going to change how you play the game forever. Hi, I'm Sir What's-His-Name, and I spent way too much time looking into the game's code, my own failed runs, and I found something that'll help you maximize your loot, experience, and hourly returns. In Diablo 2, every zone has a hidden elite counter. Once you hit that cap, the map is dead. That means there's no more uniques, no more champions, no more loot, and no more experience to be gained. Most areas in the game can't spawn 6 to 8 elite packs. So what I've done is I've consolidated some of the best ones for your 99 grind and your loot. Let's take a look at Act 1, the Pit. It's the gold standard, 8 to 11 packs. Because it's so dense, a full clear is actually worth it, especially when the zone is terrorized. But then you have Tristram. Tristram only spawns 2 to 3 packs, that's it. If you killed Griswold and 2 blue packs, there's mathematically zero reason for you to check the corners. Now what if you could change that? What if you could guarantee the maximum returns on all of your runs? This is why you need to exploit the saturation glitch. Think of it like a memory leak in the game's spawning logic. Super uniques like Rakanishu or Griswold, they're hard-coded. They have to spawn, but normally, if you hit them first, they eat up one of the zone's elite counter slots, preventing a random pack from appearing. So if you're in Tristram, do the controversial thing. Clear out the upper corners first. Scour the edges of those random uniques, then move on to the center for Griswold and those guaranteed town center champions. By saving these super uniques for last, you're forcing the game to break its own rules and spawn more than the hard-coded maximum. Over a 30-minute Terror Zone session, capitalizing on these bonus elites can actually get you an extra 30 boss packs per hour. Since 20% of those packs are going to be rolled as champion groups, you're actually looking at a massive spike in both high-tier loot and endgame experience. When we take a look at the stats, in Tristram, that brings it from being the 3rd worst terrorized area in the entire game to the top 10, and we haven't even touched on the loot potential. Now, what about areas that aren't so linear, where you don't have an easy to identify super unique, and it's not nearly as packed? This is where we get into some of the learning opportunities, and this happens in Act 2. Arcane Sanctuary could spawn with 7 to 9 elite packs. My old strategy was to run the full thing. My new strategy is I pick a lane, do the full loop, and then reset. During my loops, I usually encounter about 4 to 5 packs, and since the elites tend to spawn in the first major section of the map that you render in, for Arcane, most of the elites you'll encounter will be in the first loop. After that, the rest of the Arcane Sanctuary is just too diluted to be worth your time. Bail, reset, and move on to the next game. Continuing on with Act 2, we go to the favorite and #1 XP zone in the entire game, which you could get a little bit more XP on, Tombs. Tombs is capped at about 4 to 6 packs per tomb. The next tip is relatively common knowledge, but just in case you didn't know, skip Duriel's tomb. The true tomb is massive, but it shares a similar cap to all of the false tombs. You're literally spending 3 minutes walking for the same loot that you could get in just 30 seconds of the false tomb. Slightly less common knowledge is one of the false tombs is not like the others. Ancient Ka. He's a super unique that hangs out only in one of the super large false tombs. Best practice for this tomb is to take out the packs near the entrance, and once you hit 3, bail and move on to the next one. Just like the true tomb, it's not really worth your time. But if you really need the ID scrolls, you could go ahead and kill Duriel if you want. Next up, the Maggot Lair. We're not actually going to talk about the Maggot Lair. Unless you really need the Staff of Kings, skip it entirely. It's claustrophobic, way too diluted, and not worth the time it takes to find it. Now, remember what I said about super uniques eating up a monster slot? Well, this also applies to Travincal, but not quite in the way you'd expect. Even though the area comes with 11 council members, including 3 named super uniques, in my testing I found that the council only actually counts for 1 of those slots. Since the area is naturally set to 4 or 5 packs, if you clear the side balconies first, the council has to spawn anyway. So if you hit 3 packs, you've effectively maximized your run. If you've managed to hit 4 or 5, you've officially broken the map spawn logic. You've squeezed every single drop of loot out of the map before the game even realized what happened. That's a perfect run. Reset, rinse, repeat, and happy horking. Act 4 is the most honest out of all of the acts. It's a straight 9 to 10 packs in the Chaos Sanctuary, it's linear, it's fast, and the seal bosses don't count towards the random elite cap. They're just bonus rolls. Okay everybody, calm down, be cool. Let me explain. The 3 seal bosses, the Grand Vizier of Chaos, Lord Desace, and the Infector of Souls. These are all hard-coded super uniques. Unlike a random boss like Rakanishu in the Stony Field, these 3 are tied to the seal mechanics. That means they're not part of the monster density seed. Because they don't share the same bucket as the random elites, you're actually just getting 3 boss packs for free on a single run. This is why Chaos Sanctuary is considered the king of elite kills per minute. But Act 5 is the final boss of efficiency. World Stone Keep, you can have up to 24 packs across 3 floors. We do have a bit of a hard exit rule here though, the soul rule. See burning souls, the time it takes to dodge or recover your body isn't worth the loot, so skip that floor entirely. The efficiency document doesn't care about your pride, it cares about your drops and your experience. With all that, I've done something extra. I've taken the time, and I've done the testing, to test every single potential terrorized area in the game. And thanks to Reign of the Warlock, every single zone has the potential to be terrorized. But we'll save that for the next video. If this data helps you stop empty running the Forgotten Tower, let me know. If you find a jaw rune, let me know. Just remember, you're legally obligated to tell me on stream if you find anything cool. So, is Diablo 2 actually broken? Not quite. We're just playing with spawn priority lists and pinning them up against each other. It's scripted spawns versus random caps, and with the right pathing, you're the one who wins. It's less of a bug, and more of a feature working exactly as intended. Now, go get some loot. Thanks for watching, go break some area caps, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, well now this has just become something else. I was just trying to record clips of me clearing out the pit for the video I'm making, and we got a goal rune, baby. Okay, well, good thing I was recording, because no one would ever believe me.